You're going to go deep, are we?
I'm going to go for a big one. Disney predicted the Fox takeover.
Fox predicted the Disney Fox takeover.
So the Simpsons predicted Disney
Yes,
taking
Fox
over Fox.
predicting the Disney Fox takeover.
Yes, because the Simpsons are Fox.
Disney predicted the Fox. We're not doing. That's a different fucking episode, man. We're doing Simpsons predicted here.
All right. So
You said go deep. I'm going pedantic.
So the Simpsons.
I'm sure there's a lot of our viewers are accused of being pedantic and taking things too literal.
So the Simpsons are part of Fox network.
Yes.
Predicting that Disney will buy them out effectively.
Mm-hmm.
So in season 10, episode 5, when you dish up on a star in 1998, it was predicted that Disney will buy Fox.
Mm-hmm.
And in 2017, clearly the Fox merger with Disney came true. Nearly all of Fox, not all of it, but they kept the sports and stuff. But
yeah. But they sold off the entertainment industry, which means Simpsons are now on Disney Plus.
Well, before we get into the conspiracy, you have got a big fucking issue.
I had a massive issue with this. I used to work at a different company at the time, 3 years ago, and I wrote I wrote about a series of articles, but I wrote 2 or 3 articles about how this was massively anti-consumerism. Not even anti-consumerism, but anti-industry. In that Disney now, when they took over Fox, I'm not sure on the stats now, because I've not done the research for a few years, but at the time of the writing the article, it meant Disney owned 71.5% of movie releases in the last 10 years.
Insane, that, isn't it?
Right, which now means so cinemas work by Fox make a film, they put it out for general release in the cinemas. The cinema, and they go, I don't know, maybe they say like, oh, we'll take 60% and the cinema can keep 40%, right? And then that's the Star Wars made £1 billion, Force Awakens made £1 billion, it's $1 billion blockbuster.
How the fuck did that make?
Right, I don't know, but that's how much money went over the counter. Now Fox don't get that $1 billion; they get 60% of that, say, and the cinemas keep 40% of it. Otherwise, why the fuck should they put a film on? Now, if you own 71.5% of the industry,
doesn't smell like a monopoly to me.
You could go, I want 80% and you get 20. Well, I'm not doing that. I can't survive off that. No, I'm not agreeing with that. Well, you don't get Avengers then. But this cinema next door's agreed to it, so they get Avengers. How long do you think your cinema's going to stay? Even though this guy's fucking struggling and taking a big fucking cut to his profits, but you're out of business because you're out of Avengers, everyone's going there. And with creatures of habits, so you find a cinema you like, you keep going to it.
But once you've invested into 22 Avengers movies, you're going to watch the rest.
You're going to watch the 23rd one, aren't you?
Marvel movies.
But also, if you always go to this one cinema, but then the cinema on the other side, because it's near you, but the cinema on the other side of town's got it on, so you go there 3 or 4 times. The 5th time, when both cinemas got the same film, you're going to go to the one on the other side of town rather than the one nearby, because we're creatures of habit. We like.
That's true.
We know what we like. We know we get good value there, and so that customer's never going to return. So I think it was really anti-consumers and really anti-industry. So I still today can't believe it went through, just because of how much they own of the industry.
FCC would have had a fucking
this happens. So when I say that you get like a 60-40 split, I don't know if it is 60-40 split, and I'm sure it changes for every film and stuff and they negotiate. But there's a cinema near us, Cottage Road Cinema.
Loved that place.
It's a gorgeous little antique cinema, and its sole premise is a community cinema. So when it costs like £5 to go watch Avengers at Everyman or View in City Centre, it costs £2.50 to go see it.
How long ago were you going to the cinema?
Right.
That was not new though.
No, I know, but
you took 50% difference. So
yeah, it's 50% off. Yeah. The difference is they don't get it till the second week of release.
Yeah. So you got to see it second or third time now, don't you?
Yeah, so something like, Avengers Endgame, we went to the 7-hour midnight showing because, the internet's going to spoil it or whatever. But then something else that it doesn't really matter if someone spoils it or not. You want to go see it, but you don't. You can wait a week and save some money. And the idea of because it's a low-income area, well, it was a low-income area around, it's now a student area around it. But there's low-income areas close by. With the idea they can't afford 60 to 80 quid it costs on a night out for the family of four to the cinema. But you could afford £20-30 a month to go once a month
and the other thing
have a family night out.
And the other thing is, if you don't spend loads on your ticket to get in, you're more likely to spend more on confectionery when you're in there. So you know. Even
the confectionery, I remember like the confectionery they don't have when you go into like View, say, and you've got hot dogs and Tango Blast and popcorn and all this other stuff and ice creams and all that. They just have one old-fashioned popcorn machine, and it's, do you want a 50p carton or a pound carton? So it was all cheap throughout. They don't do hot dogs or ice cream or all that. It's just, we have one popcorn machine, and it was just set up to be low-income families can go enjoy a night out once a month or once a week, depending on how they want, at the cinema.
What's happened?
And now they didn't even show Star Wars Force Awakens.
Our price the issue.
Disney just went, we want this amount, and they went, we can't afford that, and they went, we don't show it, and they went, alright then, we don't. So they just didn't show Star Wars Force Awakens, because there were people who waited to have Cottage Road to put it on, and then like, oh, no, we can't go see it then, kids.
What I'm going to say is, this is an opinion piece, clearly. But Disney, you fucking shafted Star Wars. You set of bastards. You fucking killed it. I hate you for it. I never fucking... I'm good. Honestly. I'm good. This... Sorry, I'm going to... You ruined one of the greatest franchises of all time with your fucking Disney bullshit. Anyway.
To the point,
you bastards.
There is... I can't believe I'd ever be alive to say this.
So I hate more. I fucking paid to go watch them anyway.
I never thought I'd be alive to say there is 2 Star Wars films out there in existence that, you know, I could probably pirate really easy for free.
Or borrow off me because I'm a dickhead. Yeah.
And I've still never watched them. I've never watched Solo, and I've never watched, what's the fucking last one in sequel trilogy called?
Return of... No, Skywalker Return... I fucking know. This is how much I give a shit.
Yeah, the last one.
Return of Skywalker.
Is it Rise of Skywalker?
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. But yeah, I haven't watched the last of the sequel trilogy, and I haven't watched Solo, because I just went, you're not fucking ruining one of the most iconic characters of my childhood. And the last one was just like, I went to the cinema to watch the second one in the sequel trilogy, and just went, nah, I'm fucking done. Like, you haven't got to, like, everything you just put in the first film, you just undid in the second film.
So what did Disney do? Do you know, like, Disney had brought on the Disney Channel? They fucking took the entire Fox back catalogue.
Simpsons is on Disney Plus.
Yeah, that's fine, right, I get that. But what about all the fucking adult stuff that Fox did amazing, like The Shield, I think it was, The Wire and all sort of shit. I don't know if it was actually, but they've got like a big back catalogue of adult entertainment that they're not fucking putting out there because they want to put out kid stuff on Disney.
Well, don't forget, Disney have a long history, right back to our childhoods and before then, of being anti-consumerism. You know about the Disney Bowl?
No, what the fuck is... What?
You know, the Disney Bowl...
This is a different conspiracy, but
it's not even a conspiracy, this is so the Disney Bowl would be, they'd release Bambi on VHS, right? And it'd be out on sale on VHS for 3 months, never to be sold again on VHS. So everybody would have to rush out and buy it.
Right.
And then they'd just lock it away and never sell it again. Right?
Okay.
And then when DVDs came out, they'd recycle the entire Disney vault. So all the Disney classics, Bambi and Beauty and the Beast and Robin Hood, come out on DVD, but for 3 months only and never to be sold on DVD again. So it artificially raises the price.
Yeah.
People who normally, like, I don't know, I've got it on VHS, I don't need it on DVD. If you don't go buy it on DVD in the next 12 weeks, gone. You'll never buy it on DVD again. And it goes back in the vault. So people would rush out and buy it even though they didn't want it. And then 3D came out, so they recycle the vault again and then lock it away. So you now won't be able to buy Bambi or Beauty and the Beast. Oh, it's on streaming services now, but you won't be able to buy it to own until the next form of media comes out.
Sure, HTV don't know a fucking shitload of it. No, well, I've not checked. Anyway, fucking Disney Fox Takeover.
So that's the Disney Bowl. So Disney Bowl's being anti-consumerism, so knowing about the Disney Bowl and then the business practice and then seeing the takeover, like, like say, stuff like Shield and stuff is going to be just vaulted. Disney won't give a shit about going, yeah, we're going to vault that, and people are going to moan that they can't see it, it's not on Netflix, or it's not on Disney Plus, or it's not on a streaming service, and they'll get a cult following, and then they'll release on the 20th anniversary of the Shield, or the 30th anniversary of the Shield, they'll release the Shield DVD box set for for 2 months only, and that showed one time in 20 years to get it all, because you're never going to see it again.
Oh, thank goodness for pirate stations.
Yeah.
Anyway.
The shit, but yeah, so, we'll go back to that. That's why I was against this.
Yes, and you've took me on a fucking Jedi.
And it's why I couldn't believe.
Right.
That's why I couldn't believe it happened in the first place. And I think this is the gag. The Simpsons writers didn't think this could happen.
There's history to this, you know. This is the thing. So,
I think it's a bit of hubris.
well, I've written down. I think it's a bit of a stretch, but it's an insider dig. I think so. They were always saying Fox was shit, right? Even though they're on Fox, they're always having to fucking dig at themselves.
Yeah, I mean, Futurama, Family Guy both got cancelled by Fox. When they got brought back, they made jokes about being cancelled by Fox and all shit Foxes. Simpsons set things at Fox all the time.
So, who are some of Fox's competitors that you can think of at top of your brain, top of your mind now?
Disney.
No, I mean, in 1998, who would be a Fox competitor? Like, it's just news organisations.
NBC, CNN,
Yeah.
MSNBC.
Yeah, so, exactly, an ABC. So, what we've got here is, in 1996, 2 years before this, Capital Cities / ABC Incorporated, an American media company, who were a direct competitor of Fox, were bought out by Disney because there was an FCC breach. So Disney had already played their hand, that they were willing to go out and buy media. And then also in 1998, for the first time ever, Fox went onto the stock market and became a traded company. So if you're thinking that as a traded company, who's big enough to buy Fox as a traded company? There's not many. So you've seen them going out and buying.
Which company in the world could afford to buy? Which one company in the world could afford to buy 51% of shares? Or
So you're thinking they've already bought out some of our competitors for taking the piss out of them. Haha, Disney's bought ABC and all your media. You'll never buy us. So the in-joke is, oh, we've been bought out by Disney. You'll never buy us.
Yeah, this what I'm saying. I think it's a bit of hubris.
Yeah,
that,
absolutely.
Like, we're too big. We've got Fox movies. We've got Fox Searchlight, 20th Century Fox. We've got Fox News, Fox Sports, ESPN is part of Fox, I think, as well.
Is it?
And it's just like, yeah, we're fucking massive. We're too big. We're too big. Like, even if you're the only people on the planet that could afford to buy us, you still can't buy us because the FCC won't allow it.
You keep your Snow White, we don't give a fuck, you know.
Yeah, but it's like you can't even afford to buy it, and we're too edgy. I think there's that bit as well that they'd never allow Family Guy on air, and Disney won't do Family Guy on Deadpool or not Deadpool, what then, but you know, that R-rated stuff. So it's like those adult cartoons, and so it's just like, yeah. I think there's a bit of hubris of going, look, we're too big. You're too big for us to buy. We'll put it in as a joke because it'll never happen. And I'm like, oh, fuck it,
I think you might be right.
Because when the deal went through, Rupert Murdoch kept Fox News and ESPN. He split them off. So
he kept his news empire.
He kept his news empire.
He can't tell you what to watch without having his news empire.
Yeah, but I think he saw.
Can't win.
I think this is why Fox doesn't have a streaming service either. Like Warner Bros has HBO, Disney has Disney Plus and stuff like that. I think he's gone. You know, it's going to be a lot of money and a lot of expense to set up a streaming service like Netflix. It's going to take a lot to compete and be viable in that market, because this is going to come down to, like, now we've got like about 12 different streaming services you can have in your home, with Netflix and Disney Plus and HBO. Well, we can't get HBO Max or Hulu over here, but Amazon Prime and stuff like that. So at what point it's going to boil down to where you're just going to get one, maybe two subscriptions, and we've got 12 streaming services. So like Star Trek Discovery is on CBS Access. Well, that's 3 I've mentioned we can't get in the UK, but some of these are going to have to give at some point. No one's going to be paying 12 subscriptions
Of
a
course,
month.
it's going to give.
It's going to give. Some Netflix are at the top because they started early. They got in there. They started this whole thing. I think
Blockbuster's perfect example why it failed.
Yeah, well, Netflix approached Blockbusters at first, didn't they?
To go online and said no.
And Blockbuster turned them down and went, "No, don't be silly. That'll never work. Go away. How do you get your films back and reuse them?" And like, go away, fuck off. And Blockbuster don't exist, and Netflix are king. But I think Rupert Murdoch, as a savvy businessman, saw all that and went, you know what, news is profitable. Not only is news profitable in its advertising, but we can shape how countries think and how countries act, and we can shape politics in those countries, so I want that power. But all these back catalogue we've got at Fox, we can't put it on a streaming service somewhere. And because we don't have a streaming service, we're not going to get top dollar for it off Netflix. Because Netflix are going to go, we'll give you, we want 100 million for the Alien franchise, we'll give you 10. Well, no, 100 million. It's not going to get streamed elsewhere, you're not going to get any money for it. And I think, I just think he just saw it and went, keep my news networks, I'll sell the rest, and Disney are the ones who can afford it.
I don't care if Craig wants to watch X-Files and he's never going to see it again. Unless he gets a special Disney Vault X-Files.
Yeah, when that
thing out.
30th anniversary
4K TV shit.
30th anniversary of the X-Files box set comes out, and but yeah, I think this was just sheer fucking hubris. That were just like, where to fucking dick?
My dick's bigger than yours, Dick.
Yeah. You're buying everyone around us, but you can never buy us. It's kind of like you dream. You're sat there at the execs of Walt Disney seeing that. So it says like 20th Century Fox logo, then it says Walt Disney Corporation or something, or
that's right.
a division of Walt Disney or something like that. And he's like, yeah, they put that going, oh yeah, all those Disney execs sat at home just knocking one out of that, going, oh, if only. And yeah, I keep dreaming, you can't have this, you can't have this. And then suddenly gone, no, we fucking can.
And then 20 years later, when she's had kids and it's all gone south, it's like, do you want to fight me now? You know what I mean? I've been through life.
That gorgeous girl you went to school with wouldn't even look at you is now going, can I buy you a drink? No, go away, love.
So that you know, Disney. I can't even understand why Disney's been allowed to get so big anyway. But for me, the Disney Tech. I know we talked off topic. We're good at talking shit and going off topic. But
I think
it's what you love is right.
But it gives relevance and foundation to the topic we're on.
But Disney, Fox takeover, hubris, dick measuring contest, just gone public. Having to ticket some of the previous news corporations have been bought out by Disney saying, you'll never buy us. And then ultimately, it's a big fucking wet slap in the face. It's like, well actually, here we are. Look at this. And do you know what do you reckon part of it, do you reckon Disney went, I'm buying you because I can. Because you said it wasn't possible.
You meant that joke in one episode of Simpsons, so I'm going to fucking spend billions of pounds on...
I'm buying you because we can. Not because of... We're talking hubris here now. Do you think... Is it because they thought, well, you know, we're going to gain a shitload, or just like... We're just going to... But there's so many companies out there now which go, we'll just buy out our competitors, we've got no competition. That's all it's for.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean...
It's because we can.
It's a weird one. I remember when Disney bought Star Wars, it was a massive thing. But didn't they buy Star Wars for 40 billion?
4 billion?
4 billion, yeah. And, what? 4 billion. They bought Star Wars for 4 billion, and a couple months later, Candy Crush was bought for 12 billion. We live in a world where Candy Crush is worth 3 times more than the entire Star Wars catalogue.
It's fucking nuts.
Yeah, I just remember putting that statement. I don't want to live in a world where Candy Crush is worth 3 times more than Star Wars.
Well, there's a good reason for it, because Star Wars is now really shit and Candy Crush is probably better.
No.
I haven't played Candy Crush, but it can't be worse than the last Star Wars.
Yeah, I suppose that takes some beating, doesn't it? But anyway...